Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 6, entitled as Dhyana Yoga, Sloka 24 and 25. saṅkalpa-prabhavān kāmāṁs tyaktvā sarvān aśeṣataḥ manasaivendriya-grāmaṁ viniyamya samantataḥ śanair uparamed buddhyā dhṛti-gṛhītayā ātma-saṁsthaṁ manaḥ kṛtvāna kiñcid cintayet. For example, if one gets hurt, naturally one feels the pain. It's not that one can renounce the pain. It is the outcome of getting hurt. But a yogi will tolerate it. By this, he is not affected neither by happiness nor by distress that comes through the contact of senses and sense object. We see among children, when they get hurt, when they put a band-aid, they have all these different Spider-Man band-aid or Elsa Arna band-aid. All these different varieties of band-aids are available for children. So focus is more on that, whereas a yogi, he just ignores it, doesn't pay much attention. When it happens by itself, he does not get carried away. He just tolerates. He knows this is only temporary, and therefore he moves on. In this way, both these karmas, one that caused by mind and the other by senses, must be gradually given up with proper determination. And by understanding the greatness of pleasure one derives through Atma cannot be compared to the pleasure of mind and senses. In this way, bringing the focus again and again back to Atma is an important practice. Now, how to give up these karmas? In one sense, sparshaja can be given up by our effort, by not touching, smelling, hearing, etc., by keeping the sense object away from us, unless and until a situation where things may come to us by itself, like the example that we saw, the cool breeze while you're walking. We cannot stop it, it comes. All we have to do is to tolerate, not start contemplating on them. While walking, we might smell something good, we might smell something bad, but again, we don't get carried away with those things, just tolerate them. Do not start contemplating on those things that comes. Whereas the second type of karma that we saw, saṅkalpa, needs to be corrected by determined buddhi, proper intelligence. This buddhi has different terms as knowledge, intelligence, and so forth. Now let's understand more about this buddhi. For that, we need to know function of manas, mind, and buddhi, their differences, and their relationship. Let's understand these things through some example. If someone comes and asks for forgiveness for the mistake they have done, the mind may say, just forget and forgive this person, it's okay, mistake happens. But the buddhi at that time may convince the mind, manas, saying, how many times have you forgiven this person? He keeps repeating the same offense to you again and again. Better you take an action against him. That's one example. The second example is the mind says it is okay to, say, give the child ice cream. It's summer anyway. But the buddhi may say, no, don't give. You've given enough. It might affect the child's health if the child consumes more ice cream, irrespective of summer or winter. So the mind goes mostly based on emotions, priyam, whereas the buddhi goes on hitam. Usually or generally it has to go on hitam, meaning the right thing, but not always the case. Therefore, it is only with the fixed, determined buddhi one can train the manas, mind, towards atma. If the buddhi is not set in right direction, then the mind will go in its own direction. The buddhi doesn't have a capacity of thinking. It is only intelligence. The thinking process is done by the manas. But it is the buddhi that must feed the mind with data, instructions. If it is a determined buddhi, it gives the proper instruction to the mind. If the buddhi is weak, then the mind's going to get improper instructions. Likewise, when it is proper instruction, then mind will think about right things in right way and does right action. In this way, the mind can focus on atma. When the buddhi gives improper instructions, then the mind will start thinking of things outside atma. Like Ravana had determined buddhi as well to attain Sita. Hence his mind processed in that direction. Put plans together and put everything together to achieve his goal. But that was in a wrong direction. Whereas Vibhishana had determined buddhi as well, but he wanted to have Rama. Since his mind processed in that direction, helped him to attain Rama. So the buddhi, which is known as knowledge, intelligence, like different names, main function is to be determined, fixed and strong in right direction, right information, knowledge, so that the mind can function properly to make right decisions. So we understand from here that the function of buddhi is to feed the mind with good instructions, and the function of mind is to think good things based on the instructions it has received from the buddhi. But that doesn't happen. There is something else happens in between. That is, our buddhi get covered by something where we are not able to make proper decisions. Namaste. Hare Krishna.